Hi there, I'm Kira from KiraWoods.com. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. This is your intuitive tarot card reading for December 14 through 20. Giving the cards a quick shuffle, and I'm going to draw 3 cards, as I like to do for the weekly reading, just to see what sort of energy is around us. So for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome, and welcome to all the returning subscribers. What I like to do, as I said, is I draw 3 cards, and this is the combination of energy of all 3. In reference to also, I like to put up the helper card for the month, which for December was the 10 of Cups. So if you haven't listened to the monthly reading, I recommend you go do so. You'll probably find that adds a bit more information to this reading as well. So, you know, these 3 cards, as I said, you know, this is at the beginning of the week, middle, and end of the week, you could say. But it's also a combination of how the energy flows together. It's the influence of all 3 and how the energy sort of comes together, how each of these cards and the images in them speak and share information. And the way I kind of see this is, you might say that this is what is around you. This is the energy that's available to you. And if you're aware of that, then you can use that in a positive way to create opportunities in your life. You can also be aware or more mindful of perhaps of challenges or how certain situations might be sort of fired up, particularly in this middle part of the week with these wands, around this, how they may be fired up and cause you a little bit more difficulty. But if you're aware of it and you kind of know what to expect, then you can make really thoughtful decisions around how you're going to use it to benefit you instead of sort of being snowballed by it. Okay, so as I said, 10 of Cups, if you haven't listened to any of my other readings, is this card, this card is about happiness, it's about joy, it's about celebration. In this context though, the helper card is the lesson that needs to be learned or a certain opportunity that wants to come forward. And we are in December, and for many people this is a time of social activities, family gatherings, or just, you know, may just be time off, you know. And so you, as I see this card, this is wanting to say to you, look around, appreciating the things that you have accomplished in your life, and be grateful for the blessings that you have in your life, and absorb and be mindful of what is joy in your life, what is happiness, what makes you feel joyful and happy. What is it that is real for you? So what is it that fits well with your values and beliefs? And are you harmoniously gravitating towards those? And what does that mean in terms of your social circle? You know, are you just following the status quo, or are you truly being yourself and sharing who you truly are from an authentic self? And if so, then you will find that the energy of this card will be a wonderful blessing, and it has great positivities around having a really wonderful social interaction, feeling that heart and joy and love and commitment and emotional fulfillment that we also desire. The key is around representing clarity of your personal beliefs and values, and following your own heart and your own intuition in terms of the situation. And then, of course, if you're doing that, which I hope you are, then you can really shine positively and celebrate and find that any minor relationship issues that you'll have will be easily resolved, because you'll be coming from that place of genuine authenticity of yourself. And of course, from there you could also be a great gift, and you'll be able to share a lot of love and care and enthusiasm with others around you. Okay, at the beginning of the week we've brought in the Hermit. Okay, so the Hermit is, you know, it's a major arcana, it's number 9. And so, you know, this is about, you know, it's talking about the importance of introspection. It's about finding truth and seeking truth of the matter within yourself. And so here, you know, we're very much looking at how that relates to your beliefs and values. So are you truly connecting to what isn't, to yourself, to your true self, and knowing what is this chosen path that you are on in terms of knowing and finding your own sense of place around your beliefs and values. You know, so when I see this card, it's sort of like, if you're in a situation where you're looking for answers, it's sort of saying, look inside, you know, find that place inside yourself and understand, take time to reflect and be in connected with yourself. It's the pause I kind of think of in the breath whenever I see this Hermit. So it's sort of like can be around part of yourself, your inner self wants to question the status quo because maybe the status quo doesn't fit with your values and beliefs. It may be time, maybe indicating at the beginning of the week you may find a situation that really highlights for you perhaps where you are holding on to shoulds and therefore giving you the message that maybe it's time to let go of some of those shoulds and have that perception of reflection as to what's right for you. You know, it's not that those shoulds are good, bad, or indifferent. It's that, do they fit well for you? Are they part of your belief system, your values, the things that make authentically sit well with you? So I always think when I see this hermit, if you're in a situation struggling a little bit, particularly around any social things or family or something of that nature, listen to yourself, listen to your own knowing, your own intuition, you know, and maybe ask yourself something like, how would I benefit if I listened to my own counsel? You know, what would my own counsel say? And what would my inner life and my inner counsel, how would it guide me? What would be the message? And what would that mean in this situation? So things of that nature. Okay, so as we move into the middle of the week, the energy now of the Six of Wands wants to come in and sort of add an element of information to this. You know, the Six of Wands is, you know, this is a card, you know, definitely it's indicating, you know, success and victory and wonderful public recognition. It can indicate that things, you've accomplished a lot and you have therefore a high level of confidence around celebrating that and sharing that and harnessing and owning your own strengths and talents and the real positivity that comes in believing in yourself. That's, you know, really a strong essence of this card. The key here is again, though, those things fit and will fit well if you believe in yourself, your real self, in your essence, and if that recognition and that confidence and that victory and that success, does that align with your beliefs and values? If not, you may find that that your ego starts to rise up and you may find that egotistical behaviors can sort of present themselves at this time. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because what it's happening, if you do find that's happened, if you're in a state of awareness and you're really working on trying to understand better about your beliefs and values, you can learn a lot from that. If you acknowledge and realize when you're maybe being a little bit arrogant or self-important or allowing your ego to dominate, then that gives you wonderful insight into perhaps where that imbalance lies. Because it's important to acknowledge the things that your strengths and your abilities and your talents, and that's not ego if it's coming from a place of centeredness around truly, authentically, who are you and what is your real essence. If you find in the middle of the week there's a question sitting around, you know, maybe a decision to make around particularly something that you're passionate about, new job or something to do with a raise or money or something that, you know, really fits well with your values and beliefs and you're really passionate about, then this is a really strong a yes type energy. You'll find if you follow that dream, you follow that passion, you'll do extremely well. Again, is it your passion or is it the status quo you're following? These are the questions you need to ask yourself. And it's sort of like, that's why within the tarot, it's really important that you understand where you're coming from, because it gives you insight as to how to use the energy for opportunities and benefits. Otherwise, it will show you some of the challenges. Now, the challenges are also a benefit and an opportunity if you look at them and see them for what they are and use them as a powerful tool of recognition. As you move into the end of the week, you've now got the Four of Pentacles. Now, this card here, this Four of Pentacles, is, again, it's a card that can have a tremendous positivity and opportunity. It can indicate that you have, again, attained tremendous goals and success. The question here lies in this energy is that you're being aware of where is your values around material wealth. If you have, you know, this card indicates you've gained some material wealth or you have some success in your life, you feel some sense of security or stability, you're feeling self-sufficient, where does that fit within your true authentic self? Are you therefore hanging on to that? Are you placing a little bit too much value in the financial position that you're in? And therefore, is that making maybe you a little narrow-minded around change or moving forward? Because this card indicates that, you know, in the short term, it's good to celebrate what we, you know, again, particularly with this card here, it's good to celebrate our achievements, our accomplishments, celebrate our financial success, and at the same time, know that it's important to also move forward. It's important to embrace change. This card is an indication that perhaps could be because you're feeling very secure and comfortable in the status quo that you might not want to embrace the changes that are coming. We all know you can't do that. You can only balance this pentacle on your head for so long. This requires a lot of energy, a lot of stability, and you know, like, just look at this image here. You know, the feet are having to hold on to the pentacles, and the hands are holding on here, and the head's balancing one. You know, that's great short term, but it's not something that's going to work for you long time. So this card is around indicating that if you're feeling threatened and uncertainty around change, then you will find that will create some difficulties for you, and you will find that resistance will perhaps bring about a little bit more issues around being closed-minded and an inability to flow with change. However, on the other side, if you're saying, no, if you're doing it consciously, I'm taking a pause, I'm celebrating what I've achieved, I'm acknowledging that, I'm wanting to enjoy this stability, this moment of feeling confident around my financial position and my materialism, all things that I acknowledge in my material, well, then that's great. You know, it's a good thing to do. It's just you need to know where are you coming from in that, and you know, acknowledge that this is a temporary place to hang on to sit with. And resisting change, trying to maintain one's position, will not be in your best interest. So I hope you find that really useful. It's quite incredible to think we've come to the end of, 20th of December is coming near the end of the month. Solstice is right around the corner, the sort of today, tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world. So I wish you a fantastic solstice. Some call a Festival of Lights. I wish you an absolutely wonderful week. I hope you find this week one where you really feel a sense of connectedness to your true essence, your true self, and that sits in harmony with yourself and therefore with others, and that you can feel the love and blessings and joy of being around people during any holiday or social activities that you're engaged in this week. Thanks very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you'd like a private reading, please go to my website at kirawoods.com. You can also find me on Facebook if you would. Go like my page, Kira Woods Tarot. All the best to you. Check out my monthly reading, and I'll see you next week for your next weekly reading. Cheers. Thanks. Bye.